Savvy people, it's Savvy Nick here, and today I'm going through how to install Python and use it. Hopefully we can get Visual Studio Code running here. I'm on the python.org website and just kind of looking through things. What I'm going to do is first download Python 3.83 here for Windows, and this is on a Windows 10 platform. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If someone doesn't mind just typing in the chat whether they can hear me or not, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm going to continue here. What I got in front of me is in the download section. We can go ahead and click on Python 3.83. That's going to download Python real quick. And what I'm also interested in is the documentation available from python.org. They actually have very good documentation here. I've kind of scrolled through this a little bit, just kind of checking things out, but they have this beginner's guide that we'll take a look at and see what we can get out of it actually. So I'm going to hit this beginner's guide, and going through here, let's just check this out. So they have Chinese translation, getting Python, I think we know how to do that, learning Python. So we have the beginner's guide, the non-programmers version, and the programmers version. Well, since we're beginners here, let's just try the non-programmers version. And yeah, I've seen this book before. It's a very good book actually. Kind of read it a little bit on it, but haven't bought it yet. I need to buy that. Let's see. More resources, tutorials. Yeah, but what does python.org have? If you've never experienced, also check out the programmers. Overview. Windows. I got quite a bit of resources, but I can't seem to find where they have the one for their own website. Or do they? Read Beginner's Guide Overview for a short explanation of what Python is. Learning Python. List of beginners, non-programmers. So seems to be just moving me into circles here, or I'm missing something. Yeah, so it just gives you a bunch of, we'll check one out anyway. So let's just go ahead and start the install anyway. And looks like I can install now. Go ahead and give it administrative privileges. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All this setup's in progress. I'm going to try finding, I don't know, some type of tutorial here, hopefully. How about installing your first program? Here we go. Diving in. That doesn't look too user-friendly. All right. Start with the online tutorial right here. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So that's docs.python.org. All right. Found something finally. Okay, so we're done here. Looks like Python has installed, so I guess in order to check it, let me see if I can launch it in a terminal here. Command line. Oh, nope. Doesn't seem to be launching. So we'll have to check that out here in a moment. All right. let's see, using the Python interpreter. Alright, so the Python 3.8 command. So let's see if we can execute that since I got done installing that. Python. Nope. Spelled that right. Will be available if you have the launcher installed. You can also use the py command. So it says we need this py.exe launcher. Let's see. Alright, so it says we can execute it with py, so let me try that. There we go. So if I start a command line here and I just type in py, you can see that we get Python 3.83, which is what we just got done installing. If you want to install it, just go to python.org and you'll be able to find it in the download section. So now that I'm confident that I can start it up, let's see how I get out. Maybe exit, Control Z. That doesn't seem to be working for me. Okay, so Control Z and then enter if you need to go ahead. So py, Control Z, enter, that gets you out. Alright, so we got the command prompt going here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this for a moment. And now we know how to at least run Python. So what else do we need to do? So environmental variables, I don't think I need to do this. Let's see. Okay, virtual environments. Okay. Let's test a Python script. Alright, so we're going to create hello.py with the following contents. Alright, standard hello from Python. System version. Okay, so this must spit out what version of Python we have if we create a script. So let's go ahead and create our first script then. What are we going to use? I'm just going to use Visual Studio actually. So I got Visual Studio Code here, and I'm going to create a file, new file. What I'm going to do here is file, yeah, we'll save it as on the desktop's fine. Hello.py it said. So I got hello.py. Okay, so Visual Studio Code actually figured out that I'm using Python, and it's recommending a extension to use here, which I'll go ahead and actually download it a little later. Let's just go ahead and test this first before we get too far. So, going back, and let's put this side by side. So it says we need hashtag exclamation point Python and then import something. So I assume that's some sort of a module or something. sys.standard out right and hello from Python. New line character, I assume. %. Okay, this is grabbing something from the system, I assume. So what I assume here is that it's grabbing some kind of a module, writing out to the console hello from Python, and then in here this is some kind of maybe a string variable, and that string variable that gets passed in by this whatever is system version. So maybe the system version of Python, I don't know, we'll see. So it looks like that's all I need here for hello py. So in order to run it, we need to go to wherever it exists and run pi hello.py. All right, we can do that. So I'm going to save that. Control S. Yes, I am. I'm trying to learn Python here. Yeah, I just saw your message, Iritza. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Sorry about that. But yeah, just trying to learn Python here. First time experiencing Python. Haven't really messed with it. Just trying to get some kind of a grasp on it. So let me change directories here to the desktop where I put Python's, let's see, ls. No, not ls. This isn't Linux. I think it's dir. Yes. Okay, so we got hello.py here. And in order to run it, it tells us to do pi.hello.py. And here we go. So we got some kind of output here. And it says hello from Python 3.83 and some information here for us. Interesting. All right. Yeah, this can't say I've ever used Python, so you know it's gonna take a little bit to learn. But yeah, thanks thanks for following along on the channel, though. I do appreciate that. Maybe you can show me a few pointers here and there. All right, so continuing on. Well, that's pretty exciting. I got the first program I wanted. So I wonder if I change this around a little bit. I bet you we can get this to say something. Hello, this is my first Python program. I wonder what that does. And it looks like new line characters, same as C, so I'm just going to use that. And let's see if this works as well. And in order to compile it, I'll have to do that. And look at that. Beautiful. Hello, this is my first Python program. I like that. Works pretty well. All right. So what else does this thing have to tell us? Version number 2, Python 3. All right. All right. Shebang lines. So yeah, this is much like Bash shell scripting. You put the shebang, and then you get, or you put the location of wherever your binary is located, so it can go ahead and run the program. All right, so that makes sense. Arguments. Example, have a shebang. Interesting. Customizing. Diagnostics, finding modules. There's quite a bit here. Well, I'll read up on this a little bit more. Awesome. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I wouldn't mind learning a little bit more about Python. I have not really gotten into it. I mean, C, C++, yeah, but Python's a whole different bear here. But it looks fairly easy. I mean, at least to get it started, it's much simpler than C and C++, I gotta tell you that. All right, so inside of Visual Studio Code, let's see what I can do here. I should be able to change directories to the desktop here as well. And should be able to run the program from here as well. And I can. Awesome. All right, cool. We're getting some kind of output here. Now, what do I want to do? Let's see what extensions exist. So if I go down to the extensions or hit Control-Shift-X, I get to see what extensions I have. Let's see what they have for Python available. Linting, debugging, multi-threading. Here, this first one. All right, this one looks very popular, 20.3 million downloads, and then 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's amazing. We'll go ahead and install that. Let's just say I'm somewhere in between 20 and 30. So you can take a guess. Select no interpreter selected. You need to enable such as until. Okay, I thought I don't have anything. Why not? Let's look at one. We have a 32-bit interpreter, and that's the one that's currently available, the one that I installed, and that's the one I'm going to use. So linter, PyLint is not installed. I don't know what this is, but let's install it because it thinks it needs it. All right, what do we got here? No, that's not what I wanted. But I can use ls, that's nice. All right, back to my Python program. What next? Let's try finding something else. I think I got all the extensions I need right now. Honestly, I don't see any kind of difference here. I kind of imagine some type of syntax difference, but I probably haven't written enough in order to actually tell anything different. So I'll go ahead and maybe continue here. Gotcha. So linter just detects issues. All right. Well, that makes sense. I don't know, Vivek. What do you think? So far, so good. I mean, we got something to run. That's what's important, right? So if I do, let's see, Py. Well, first I need to change directories to the desktop. If I do Py, I thought it was Python, py. Oh no, hello. I already forgot my own program. Look at that. Hello. This is my first time, or first Python program. It's going good. I think it's going good. All right, we're going to continue here. Let's see. Back to here. So we've installed it. We've actually gotten Visual Studio Code to work from the terminal. What else could we do here? I wonder if we could open up a debugger. That'd be interesting. I wonder how that works. In Python. No, that's run and debug. Python file. All right, Artaza. See you later. Have a good one, man. All right. Did that just run? I wasn't even paying attention. Yep, sure did. Interesting. So if I put a breakpoint here, I wonder if that... Run a debug. Boom! We got a breakpoint. All right, cool. Well, so far so good. I'm actually surprised at how far I've made it so far. All right, let me check this out. Full installer. We ran through the installer. Not downloading now. All this we've done. Macintosh. Not much of a tutorial here. Alright, let's see. 3-point stable tutorial, start here. Do we have more? You know, I'd like to try something else instead of just the hello world. I need to find something else. Anybody got a good tutorial to suggest? That'd be nice. Let's see. Okay, more flow controls. The if statement. Here we go. Here's something interesting. So we could write an if statement. All right, let's try this. X equals int input. Please enter an integer. I'm not following the format here. I don't know what this means, but let's give it a shot. So x, some variable, it's going to be an integer. Input, please enter a number. And let's add a new line because it seems like that's how you add new lines in. Don't need a semicolon here. So I bet if we run that, I'm going to get rid of this. See if this works. And I have a run right here. Oh, awesome. Oh man, that makes things easy. So please enter a number. Whoop, 3. Boom, exits out. All right, so now I understand how to assign a variable, it looks like. So integer input, please enter a number. So input, that must display to the console. Int must cast everything from the input as a integer and then assigns it to x. That's just an assumption. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Before we get to for statements, let's actually try an if else if. So let's do if x less than 0. So it's much like a switch case. Just print something. Print. Please enter another number. We don't like 0. Print else if. Okay, let's try that. If so else if. Is it ELFIF? Yeah, ELFIF. Keep these in line. Is greater than 0. So print C. Put new lines in here to make things a little bit clearer. And finally, can I do an else? Yes, I can. So else, we'll say print, let's just do this 5 greater than or equal, I assume. Print is greater than 5. Do I need any kind of statement to end this thing or operator to end this thing? No, I don't. It doesn't seem like. So let's try that real quick. Hit my little play button. Invalid syntax. All right, what am I missing here? We don't need the semicolon. Okay, that's actually after the 5 here. Perfect. Okay. So you put your condition and then a semicolon. Perfect. Well, thanks, Vivek. I appreciate the comment. All right, so let me try running that. Please enter a number. Oh, look at that. So if I enter 0, your number is greater than 5. Okay. Greater than. It should end with a colon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see that now. Interesting. I guess what I'm not understanding here is if x is less than 0, it should print we don't like 0. If it's greater than or equal to 5, it should print you've given me a number greater than 0, else it's going to print a number is greater than 5. What am I missing here? It printed out your number is greater than 5, and I can give it a 0. Oh, less than 0, but let's do less than or equal to. Does that work? Save this. Do this again. Now I'll put in 0. So, okay. That's what I would have expected. So please enter a number. We don't like 0. All right. And what if I run again and do, well, let's do 3. So your number is greater than 5. It's not greater than 5. Yeah, I realized that one. There's going to be a lot of errors going on here, don't worry. I appreciate the help, though. I'm missing something here. Zero to 4. No, I'm not following that one. That's true, yeah. Your number is greater than 3. Well, looks like I don't understand the greater than or equal to. But that's fine. If, else, else. I understand that. So we just need if, some kind of condition, and then the colon. All right, good enough. Let's move on. 4 statements. Okay. Thank you so much, Matsu. Oh, man. Clearly a long day. Matsu to the rescue. Thank you. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, I had the wrong angle bracket. That might help. Less than or equal to, not greater than or equal to. The else and the else if are really, yeah, the same there. All right. Let's continue on. Clearly, I know how to use greater than or equal to and less than or equal to in Python, as I demonstrated. We'll continue. All right, for statements. Why not? For, oh man, this is introducing arrays, it looks like. Is this a character array? What is this? String array? Measure some strings. Words. Words, cat, window, definiteness, whatever. No way. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like Bash, but Bash scripting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's going to measure some strings. So it takes an array, it looks like, and then it just iterates over the entire array. Cat 3, Windows 6. So length. Length is some kind of a function. Oh, why not? Let's do it. So I'm going to create some array. I assume it's array. Array of strings. And that's equal to str1. Now, do the single quotes and the double quotes really matter? I don't know. But it says single quotes, so let's just put single quotes in. str2, str3. No semicolon. That's pretty nice. And for W, I don't need this over here on the side, do I? I don't. Get rid of that. There we go. I can see a little better. All right, so for W in words. So W must be something that they just make up. So X in array string and print out W. Let's see if that just works. I don't think I need anything else. I mean, they really shortened this up for you. I like this. And, oh, not W, what am I doing? Reading off the screen. Array string, or, sorry, X. That should do it. Let's see if I run that, what that does. Please enter a number. How do I comment this out? Because I really don't want to enter in numbers. I've already worked on this, and I'll reference this later, so. All right. Hashtags. That was a wild guess. All right. Please enter a number. Must have not saved it. Nope. Hashtags do not work. let's see. Oh, dumb. Can't get rid of that. Please enter a number. Coming out that as well. Or do I need sys? Let's try that. String 1, 2, 3. Look at that. That seemed to work pretty well. So that's all you have to do for a for loop. That's impressive. It's a lot easier than some other programming languages. All right, so define some kind of a string array. For x, we define a variable in here in array string, so in this array, and then it automatically iterates over everything in the array. Interesting. So what if, I wonder how you code modify. Let's see, strategy, trainer, copy for user. That modifies a collection while iterating over the same collection. Trick to get right. New collection. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so status and user copy, not items. Sequence of numbers. Let's see this. 4. Let's give this a shot too. Why not? For some integer range, and we'll say 10. We're gonna print I. Don't forget my colon. And sure enough. Hey there, Sanath. Snaith? Snaith? I don't know how you pronounce that, sorry. Good to see you on here. How you doing? Interesting. So you can do all sorts of different types of ranges. So if we do, well, let's do 3 to 10. Does that work? So range is just some kind of a function, it seems like. I need to save this before I run it. All right, 0, 1, 2. Is that what we expected? Not what I would have expected, but all right. Nice, well, we're learning together then. All right, so let's read. The given endpoint is never part of the generated sequence. Range 10 also generates 10 values. Legal indices like 10. So 0 to 10 in 3 increments, or 3 steps is what that looks like. So range is some kind of a function. So this must say 5, go from 5 to 10. Save it, run it. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I would have expected. So if I do 1 to 10, save that, it goes 1 to 10. So if I go 3 to 10, save that, goes 3 to 10. Okay, awesome. So that works. So this must be 1 to 10 in increments of, let's say, 2. So I would expect 1, 3, 5, 7, so on and so forth. 1, 3, 5, 7. All right, perfect. Well, that seems to work. Cool. So there's a function called range. Simple enough. You can also do negative ranges. All right. Generate, all right. You can combine range and length. Mary had a little lamb, huh? A. So A is an array. Mary had a little lamb. And I range length A. So the length of A. Okay. Why couldn't you just do length A? Or could you? Let's try that. But that also shows us how to access an individual element in an array. Well, I'm glad you're finding this fun. All right. I hope to have more of these. I'm going to go on for a little bit longer here, and then I'm going to cut it off, and I'll do more live ones, I'm sure. I mean, it's a good way to force me to learn Python. I just haven't taken the time. So start fresh and see where I get. Make sure you subscribe if you want to follow in the future. And also make sure to like. Really does help me out. Alright, so we get the range. That's fine. And we get the for loop. That's fine too. Before we get too fancy, let's continue on to this array here. So if I do A equal to, let's just do the fox jumped over a fence. So I define an array with some strings in it. All right. So for I in, forget range, let me try length A. And I don't like A. I like ARR for array. And then I'm just going to print, can't forget the colon, print I, and let me see what happens here. So save. Will that go through the entire? No, it doesn't like length. Return the number of items in a container. Okay, gotcha. A game engine, whoa. That's much further than I'm at. No game engines for me right now. Instead, if I do the range, let's see, for I in range, length of the array. Well, what's wrong with that? I don't think anything's wrong with that. There we go, nothing's wrong. Run that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can print every element in the array. What if I just do ARR? What does that do? Okay, cool. So it prints out the entire array. That's pretty cool. Don't have to specify anything, it just prints out the whole array. All right, so then if I want a specific indice, I will do I. So for I in range of length array, so if I do that, boom, cool. And then if I just type in, let's say, in steps of 2, does that work? No. No, how do before, so 1 to 10. So I specify 1 to, let's say, okay, here we go. Start, stop. So start, we're going to go from, perfect. So we're going to go from 0 to 10 steps of 2. What does that do for me? There we go. The jumped A. So that's what I would have expected. The jumped A. I'm using PyCharm. PyCharm, what's PyCharm do? Let me know what PyCharm does. Maybe I can check it out too. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. So, continuing on, what do we have? So, I kind of get the for loop. In which cases, I always get a enumerate function to see looping techniques. If you just print range, so strange things happen. A strange thing happens. Sum of the range of 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Yeah, that's just another function that they give you. No. So if we wanted a summation of something, let's see. I could do, can I do more than one statement in this for loop? How do you end a for loop? Did they ever tell us? I wonder. Sum of the, forget the range, sum of I. Sum of I. Let's try the sum of I. Sum of range. Let's see if this will iterate a bunch of times. 0, 1, 2. And what if we do print the sum of the range? 6, huh? Okay, so yeah, that went. So if I do that, it still does. So how in the world do I end a for loop? That's going to be a problem. I don't think they demonstrate how to end a for loop here. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Break. There it is. Good old break. Maybe that'll end it. Boom. Save. Boom. Why the? Oh. Nope. Not what I expected. Else. Loop fell. without finding a factor. 4 else. Let's continue on and see if we can fix. So they got break and continue. That's fine. While true class. Ooh. No. Nope. Let me see. Break. I thought break would do it. So let me try break again. Print. Yeah, we'll get rid of that for now. Break. I guess indentation matters here. Look at that. It does matter. It only goes through the first one and breaks. Indent open and closes it in different tab stop. Oh, really? So if I did, okay, I think I understand what you're trying to say here. So if I do sum range 4 like they did, that should be 2 separate things, right? 5 sum, okay, so that's fine, but let's print this out. 6, oh, perfect, okay. Matsuo, thank you. That makes sense. So it's very particular about the indentations here. If you don't keep the indentations lined up quite right, it's going to fail. Interesting. That's didn't expect that, honestly, but okay. Again, thanks for that. Let's continue on. So sum is just some kind of function, and we have a range, so 1 through 4, so it adds everything up. So 1, 2, 0. Okay, so that must not include 4. So if we did 5, 10, okay, that makes sense. So it doesn't include, it's n minus 1, so it does 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 10, I presume. No, 4, no, it does 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Up to 5, but not including 5. All right, so I understand how sum works. All right, you guys are probably getting pretty bored, so am I. Should I keep it going? End it here, continue another day, learn some more. So far we've learned if statements, for loops, how to run a Python program, how to install the Python program, how to run it in Visual Studio Code. That's pretty good for a day's work. Yeah, breaking continues just like C, so. Yeah, no problem, Matsuo. I'm glad you like them. It is time for some pizza. That'd be nice right now. I don't have any pizza. You're lucky if you got some pizza hanging out. Let's see. Now I'm gonna just do the break and continue real quick. So if I do, I assume if I do continue, I won't get anything printed out here. Let's just give that a shot. Save. Yep, nothing printed out, just like you would have thought. And if I break here, it's just gonna break out of there and do nothing. Boom. Break, go straight to the range. Perfect, all right. That makes sense too. Continue and break are just like C and C++. Very similar. All right, well, I think I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this first time Python programming and setup tutorial live deal, whatever I did here. It got me to code at least, so that's great. And if you're new and stopping by to watch this Python programming video today, please make sure to subscribe below and hit that notification bell for more live videos. I'm going to try making this maybe a weekly occurrence. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And if you went ahead and enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.